y'all. Let's see what's working. I'm already messing up. I'm trying to use the mouse on my desktop to get to to my laptop. Hey, Hawana, thank you so much for your blessing. I appreciate it. Hey, Kimberly, I can do that. I can. I'm trying. So I am live on Instagram on my phone. I am live now officially on whatchamacallit, on Facebook. Hey, Facebook, bear with me. I am trying to do 3 things at once. I'm trying to go live on Instagram, live on Facebook, and live on YouTube at the same time. So bear with me. Y'all can ask questions in the meantime, and I will answer them. You can say, hey, if you're on Facebook, you know that with this new preview view that they have or whatever, I cannot see your comments, or I cannot see that you joined. So you have to say, hey, so I know that you're here. I appreciate it, Juana. Thank you so much. I'm surprised. I ain't gonna lie. Not just because I don't know. I just, by now, you know how I feel about that kind of stuff. I appreciate it though. So let's see. We're on day 31 of 60 of free homeschool coaching. This is crazy, y'all. Okay, so I'm on Facebook. I am, let's see, on Instagram. And now I'm getting ready to get on YouTube. And YouTube makes you do a thumbnail. I'm not even gonna do a thumbnail. I'm just gonna upload a picture. Hold on, let me see if I can find a picture I can upload real quick. And see, I'm on my laptop, so I probably can't. Help me, Father. Y'all are more than welcome to ask questions in the meantime while I get this all figured out, and I will answer that for you. Y'all don't laugh at me. Y'all see my goofy look? I don't know what to do on my thumbnails. I usually take about 5 thumbnails at once. I don't know, 31 maybe? I don't know. Help me. Somebody help me, y'all. I don't take pictures very well. Okay. See, that looks retarded. Can you change a thumbnail after the fact? Can you? Let's see. I'm just going to go live. That's going to be it. And we see what happens, okay? Facebook, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I am in the midst of trying to go live on 3 different social platforms just to see how it works, right? I just felt like doing it. There's really no huge reason. So again, this is your girl, Shawn Taylor, Shawn, the homeschool guru, and I'm coming to you live for day 31 of free homeschool coaching. And so you guys are more than welcome to ask whatever questions that you need to ask concerning homeschooling or working from homeschool or working and homeschooling, especially with all the home education that is going on right now. You are more than welcome to ask those questions. All right, Facebook, I see you. I see that there are a few people on here. So please, please, please let me know that you're here. And I will answer any questions that you have. So today was a very interesting day for us in our house today. Just going to give you just how it goes, right? Like, how goes it? So for us, I'm sorry, YouTube, I'm trying not to make you look funny. But for us today, we had an appointment with my son's specialist. And unfortunately, some of the things that he does, he can't do over the phone. He actually has to go into the doctor's office. The doctor's office is in a hospital. So that was kind of freaky for us. And one thing you may not know also about my son is that he has some issues. He has a compromised immune system. So that made me even more nervous, right? Like, it's not severely compromised. Like, he's not like super in danger, but it is compromised. And so that was an interesting take for us. He had to show up with masks and gloves, and they only scheduled a certain amount of people at a certain period of time or whatever. And so our day started weird because we have some family that we love on, some extended family that we love on that are older, and they needed some like cleaning products. So they needed Lysol, wipes, and all that good stuff. So I said, well, I'm going to get up early today and try to find it for them to keep them from going out into the store. So I got up this morning at 6 o'clock and was waiting in my car, the first person there. And I thought that they were opening up the doors at 8 o'clock. So I waited patiently, right? Did some work on my phone. got ready to stand in line. I was the first one there. And they opened up the door, and then they said, oh, this is for people with compromised immune systems and people over 65. It doesn't open up for the regular people until 9 o'clock. So they were pretty much telling me that I needed to wait a whole nother hour to go. And something just told me to ask, like, do y'all have these products? Do y'all have Lysol? Do y'all have Lysol? Do y'all have sanitizers? Do y'all have any of that? And the lady was like, no, we don't have any of that. We didn't get any of that in our truck. So I waited for 2 hours for no reason. However, I did not wait a third hour. So I'm excited about that. So I'm grateful about that. And so then we get started, come home, I get the kids up, and we do get our schoolwork ready to go. So I actually woke them up today because he had a doctor's appointment. And remember, my rule is to let him sleep, right? Like I typically let them rest. But today I chose to wake them up because of the doctor's appointment. So I woke them up because of the doctor's appointment. We had to drive about 30 minutes away to get to the doctor. And when they got there, we were there for probably about 45 minutes total. Cleaned up real good, and then we were out the door. And when we came home, my kids got in trouble, y'all. They probably, one kid is behind me in the screen back here. But they got in trouble because they had been sneak doing their chores. Like they weren't doing their chores all the way through. They were just doing them enough so that I would not fuss, right? And because I had class, so I'm taking a class right now, learning how to build some courses on a website. So I'm doing that. And then I taught lesson planning. So I was on the computer, and then I go live every night at 9 o'clock. So I have been on the computer like consistently, like 2 or 3 hours, maybe an hour break in between. But I've been on the computer like live, either in a meeting consistently, y'all, and they've been taking advantage of it. So I got real rough on them today. Hey, ain't no fun. You can't do nothing till my house is clean. Clean up your schoolroom, clean up your room, get laundry done. Speaking of, hold on, y'all. Hey, go ask the boys if they're caught up on laundry. Lynn. Oh, she's not even here. Boys, are y'all caught up on laundry? This is real life stuff, y'all. Like I told them, you're not having no fun. You're not having no fun. Get your work done. Are you caught up? Y'all about to see Black Mama because they not answering me quick enough. Boys, are you caught up on laundry? Yeah. Are there clothes in the washing machine, clothes in the dryer, all that good stuff? Okay, make sure they get folded and put away, please. Okay, so I've been on them all, like y'all getting for real, like conversation right now. I have been on them literally all day, like get your stuff together, get ready, do what you got to do. And then we had a family Zoom call. So all my aunt and my mom and my cousins and all that, my brother, we all got on Zoom together and just kind of loved on each other, laughed and joked. And then we prayed. One of our oldest cousins, is he the oldest? No, he's not the oldest. Prayed for everybody. And that's how our day has been. So that is how our day has gone. And what I wanted to tell you was that none of that was planned, right? So I did have their lesson plan, right? I did have the work that they were going to do. I had that planned. However, I did not have their, like the doctor's appointments. I did not have the trip to the grocery store planned. I did not have the extra Zoom call today where I was with my family. But what I wanted to come on here and tell you is that you're still able to move around and do the things that you need to do regardless of the fact. So after all said and done, my kids were still able to get their work done for the day with no issues. And so just wanted to kind of put that out there. Yes, I do not suggest, I'm not an unschooler. Okay, let me just put it out there. I'm not an unschooler. There's nothing wrong with unschoolers. Unschooling just doesn't work for our family. Because the way that we do it, we would get too lackadaisical and not get anything accomplished. We'd be sleeping and playing games all day. And that's not what we choose to do. That's not the plan that we have for our children. And so unschooling doesn't work for us. So what I'm saying to you is that I'm not saying that you have to make a detailed plan of everything, right? I'm not saying that everything has to be planned to a T. But what I am saying is that it is a good idea for you to have some type of plan to be able to move around. Remember, we talked about block schedules. I live by block schedules. I showed you guys, hold on, I think I put them away. I put them away because I didn't finish it. But if you saw me, if you look at my post earlier today, that I had, the way that I do my block schedules is I do a block of hours, right? 3 to 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, and I work on only one thing. So if that's logistics business, catering, coaching, homeschooling, whatever it is, that's what I work on if it's personal. And so what I do is I can't reach it because of the laptop. I have these little kind of like sticky notes, right? I have these little notes all over the place on my desk. And depending upon what I'm working on, they're all different colors. And I typically do 3 different colors. So if I'm working on logistics business, it's one color. If I'm working on homeschool, it's one color. If it's personal, it's one color. If it's coaching, it's one color. And there's no particular color, it's just that I try to separate them. And basically, I start making a list. Okay, on this block, right? So this 3 to 4 hour block, my goal is to get all of this done on this side, and then on the back side, whatever it is that I need to get done. So this was my list, right? This was my list. This was coaching business notes. My other notes are hidden, but this was coaching business notes. If you can see without seeing all my business, child, there's a long list of things. So I'm showing it to all 3 cameras. If you're unaware, I am on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube all at the same goddamn time, right? So this is my list, right, of everything that I had to do. So my goal is to sit down and focus, right? Turn my phone off, no answering text messages, Messenger, I try to ignore, all that good stuff. And if it's not on this list, then I do not do it. I do not add it. I do not do it. So I don't go, other ways and do that. Now, for instance, you'll see on the back that there's a whole nother list on here. If things pop into my head while I'm working on something, I still write it down. Now, I use these in my gratitude journal, okay? I know it sounds weird, right? Okay, so I have a gratitude journal. Hold on, y'all. If by now, I like teal, right? So I got these from Amazon a while back, but this is my gratitude journal. And basically, I write in it things that I'm grateful for, things that I want to remember when I'm going through hard times, things that I want to just be reminded of. And so sometimes days like this, I will staple this or tape this in my gratitude journal. And the reason why is because sometimes I feel like I am not productive. Sometimes I feel like I have wasted a bunch of time. Maybe say, for instance, with the coaching business, I had a list of things to do and I wasn't able to finish those list of things. Sometimes I just feel down about the fact that I did not finish. Hey, Denny. That I did not finish whatever it is that I needed to do, whether it's lesson planning, coaching, logistics, whatever it is. And so I started pasting or like either stapling or taping, not pasting, stapling or taping these to my gratitude journal. So in those days where I feel like I'm sucking, and let's just be honest, we all kind of feel that way sometimes. Like some days we just feel like, we're sucking it up. Like this is terrible. I'm not doing good. I go back to that gratitude journal and I look at these. And I see that today, out of all the list of things that I had to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 things that I needed to do in my coaching business block, 13 things that I had to do. I completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I completed 10 of 13 of those things that I needed to do. And I put it in my journal so that when I'm having those moments where I feel like I am failing, I can look back at it and say, oh, you're accomplishing things. Whether you realize it or not, you are accomplishing things. Now, my gratitude journal, sometimes it goes into depth, right? It talks about things that really matter. But sometimes when I do these pages like this, I put it in here. It's just simple stuff. And it's just a reminder to me saying, Sean, you're not sucking it up. Sean, it's okay. Sean, you may have had a rough day. You thought when you laid down your head, it was a rough day, but then you go back and look at it and you see how much you were able to accomplish. I even write, like, for instance, I had a client today, ordered a book. I sent it to her with the tracking number. It says it delivered to her, and she, just sent a nice little email. Hey, Sean, the book says it was delivered. It's not delivered. I don't know what to do. Where do we go from here? And I kind of got upset. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to lie to you. And if she's listening, don't take this as a personal attack on you at all. I got upset because I was disappointed. Like I felt like I had let her down, that there was something more that I could have done to prevent that from happening. And when all actuality, the only thing that I could have done is possibly put insurance on it. And it really wasn't worth it, right? And so in that instance, I wrote her an email, just said, hey, I'll send you a new book out. When I go out at the end of the week, I'll send you a new book out, or I can send you a digital copy immediately along with the new book, the digital copy of that, just for being, nice, just for understanding what's happening. And she just was like, oh, I'll take the digital copy immediately. So in that instance, that was something that I wrote in my gratitude journal, because that could have went real left. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That person could have got real ignorant, let's just put it like that, with me, and acted a fool because they didn't get the book that they paid for. And then I could have had a bad attitude, being a human being, right? Having a rough moment, and say to her, well, I sent your book, I don't know where it is, and I'm not replacing it. Now, I wouldn't do that. However, I'm just saying that could have been the response that I had. And so in that instance, I write down those gratitude things, those things that I'm grateful for, so that I can be reminded. And so this is something I'm bringing to you. This is my self-care moment. Okay. And I'm going to open it up. Now I'm going to open it up to pages where it's blank. Okay. Not where y'all can see. But it's really simple. Okay. This is my gratitude book. It's got a nice little hardcover on it. Right. And I think I got like 2 of these for like $12, somewhere around there. And it's got lines on it, okay? So I'm going around showing everybody. It's got little lines on it. And this is what I use to self-care. This is what I use to take care of. And I don't necessarily call it a journal. I guess it could be a journal, but it's more of gratitude for me to forget the little nuances, the little things that bug me, and just be grateful for the little things that happen that I tend to forget. Like I will forget that today was a great day, that it ran smooth, even though I had a bunch of foolishness going on, right? And that's what I use that for. So that's how I self-care. You guys ask that all the time. Right now, in this junction with what we're going on right now, with what's happening, it's important for me to journal right now. Because I am tired just like you are, right? I am a homeschool mama. My kids are with me all the time. However, I am blessed that my mom and my dad do grab my kids often to give me a break, because they know that they're with me all the time. Well, because a pandemic is happening, none of that is happening. My kids tend to get to interact with other kids, right? They get to do their activities. They can have fun with their friends, their cousins, all that good stuff. But we're all stuck in the house, right? So I am cracking under the pressure. Let's just be honest, okay? I can't be anything else but honest with you. I'm cracking under pressure. I'm like, I don't want to hear a peep. Don't say anything. Nope, don't look at me. Don't breathe wrong. Don't do it. I need a break. I need a break. So this has been my moment of peace for me. This has been self-care for me. And if you're not a journaling person, you don't want to tell your whole story, but you want to write down things to be grateful for, then great, because some of the things that I write for, that I'm thankful for, are for my kids. So in the end, they'll get that journal. The goal is for me to give that to them when they get older, when I'm gone, right? When I'm dead and gone, and they can look at it and see the gratefulness that I had in the little things, even with them, right? Like today, I'm grateful that my kids, all of us cooked dinner together and we didn't argue. Today, I'm grateful that they fought and I said, deal with it, handle it. I'm not getting into the middle of it and I don't want to hear any arguing. They were able to handle it. Like, yo, give me some hearts on let's see, Facebook and Instagram, some thumbs up, and on YouTube, and let me know you know what I'm talking about, that I'm not just talking to myself. All right, and Facebook, I'm sorry, YouTube, hold on. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Claire. I can kind of see your messages on Facebook. I apologize. Instagram, let me go to you. Let's see. Juana says, I love journaling. It's a must for me. Now I have my children doing. I got them gratitude journals for children on Amazon, and I love them. There you go. Juana also says it has them name 5 things they are grateful for in their mood that day. They enjoy writing it. Ooh, that's a good writing prompt. Denny says, I'm probably going to start journaling again. It's been a while. Yeah, even if you just talk to yourself just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Denny also says, we had that amazing option when we lived in Georgia. My parents helped so much when my husband was deployed. I understand. Denny says, you definitely aren't talking to yourself. This is for me. I understand. Juana says journaling is my jam. Hey, Latavia. Denny, you on YouTube too? I appreciate it. So journaling is a really good option right now in the midst of everything that is happening. It's a really good option for you to handle your stress in your business. It really is. Hey Ash, I'm just being very honest with you again. I try to be as honest as possible. You guys only see 15 minutes of my life, right? Let's just push it, right? Because sometimes I go long. So you guys see an hour of my life. You see an hour, you see the screen, you see me smiling and joking and laughing, but you don't see what happens in the end, right? You don't see what happens behind closed doors. And so I wanted to come on here and be very transparent to you, and let you know that it's okay. Find some way to self-care. Another way that I self-care, I've mentioned to you guys this before. I mentioned this to you before, is I like going to get my nails done. Of course, now I can't get my nails done because of what's going on. But what I used to do in those instances, I would polish my nails. I have all different types of nail polish colors, right? For some reason, taking 30 minutes, 30, 45 minutes with a glass of wine and soaking my fingers and trimming my cuticles and polishing my nails and maybe trying a new design, that moment of peace and clarity, just it blessed me. Like, it just made me feel good. There are times when I go just take a shower, and it's not necessarily a shower to cleanse, but a shower because guess what? I like hot water. Okay, so I go get my little speaker and I play my 90s music as loud as I can, close the bedroom door, and I jump in a hot shower as hot as I can stand it, and I stay in there until can't get out. Like, I have to get out. Either the water's getting cold or it's getting too hot. Like, that's me. And so there are instances that you're going to have to take care of yourself when you're going through this situation. Guys, there are times, again, my kids are older, so it's a little different. My kids are 16, 13, and 10. But there are times, guys, when I am upset and I'm angry and I'm frustrated, not necessarily because my kids are misbehaving, but because they're being kids, they're being who God created them to be, that sometimes I have to go sit in my car quietly. Okay? Just sit in the driveway, okay? And just not talk to anybody, not get on Facebook, just maybe hold my head back on the rest and go to sleep for a few minutes. There are times that I have to do that. And so I want you guys to be encouraged, especially now, y'all, they driving me crazy. Let's call a thing, right? Well, ain't that what Yana says? Let's call a thing, my beloved, right? Like they drive me nuts. They double dutch on my last nerve every chance that they get. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie says, my kids and I need to start a gratitude journal. Yeah, and the reason why I started is a really good friend from high school. Her mother recently passed away, right around her birthday, as a matter of fact. And she has been cleaning up some stuff and doing some things. And she found her mom's gratitude journal, right? And so we're 40, right? We're creeping up on 40, but she found her mom's gratitude journal, and she began to cry because she knew, like, oh, she could feel her mother in those words. She could tell that even in the bad times that her mother was still grateful for the little things. And that connection that she had with her daughter in that very moment, even though she was gone, made me want to do that for my children. Like, I've even done this, guys, and I stopped doing this, but I created an email account for my kids, like a Yahoo account, a long time ago. And what I used to do is send emails of the funny things that they did as kids. Okay. Hey, See Natural Beauty. So what I did was, like, when they were little, if my son got himself dressed for the very first time, he had like a vest on, no shirt on, y'all, just a vest and some basketball shorts and some like almost like Timberland boots, but they weren't, right? That's what he had on. It was the very first time that he dressed himself. And so I put a picture of that in the email. And then I wrote a note in the email saying, on this day, this is what you did. It was the funniest thing. You thought you were the cutest thing, like that, like telling him in the moment what happened. And so my goal was to eventually give them access to those passwords and that account. It was just for them so that they could go back and read it when I'm gone, right? Or go back and just read it in general. And so you guys, you have to find those little things to be grateful for. You have to. Even if it's my kids are driving me nuts, but at least they're home with me. Like, even if it's that. Now, there is legit something flying in my water. That's yummy. Or not flying, but sitting in my water. Hey, Herring Pride. So y'all let me know, do you have any questions about what we're talking about, right? I am just being as transparent as I possibly can be. Thank y'all so much for joining me. If you are just now joining me, this is different, right? So I am live on Facebook, I am live on YouTube, and I'm live on Instagram. My goal is to completely evolve from Facebook to YouTube and only go live on YouTube and Instagram because those give me less of a problem. So if you haven't followed me on YouTube, please do so. Sean, the Homeschool Guru. I will share it on my Facebook page right now. Hold on. And so you can get the link to figure out what that is. Juana says, oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one to do that. LOL, my children have a Gmail account that I do that for. No, ma'am, you're not. You're not the only one that does that. And I stopped doing it. I wish I would have kept it up, but it's really not too late at this point. I still could do it if I wanted to. But yeah, you could create a Gmail account, or you could write them notes, type them up, and keep them on a flash drive for them to look at later on. You could do anything. You have all different options as far as that's concerned, but that's a really good option as well. Latabi says, I need to do more self-care. My trio has been with me 24/7 too. Hey, Tiana. Thank you so much, Tiana. Yeah, I mean, you guys, you have to take care of yourself. You have to, whatever it may be. If it's something as simple as polishing your nails, if it's something as simple as laying on the floor, or maybe getting up earlier to do yoga, like doing some stretching, or sitting there and talking to God, or talking to whomever you talk to, whatever rejuvenates and gives you peace. You have to find more time for yourself, y'all. Hold on, YouTube. Let me see what Facebook is talking about. Doesn't look like they talking about nothing, child. Facebook, y'all not talking to me today. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. This is more of a session, again, about self-care and how important it is for you to take care of yourself. Feel free to ask any questions about homeschooling. The lesson planning went great. I mean, and I'm even thinking about those people with littles, right? The people that have the itty bitty babies, right? And you're exhausted, you're tired. Try your best. I think one of the biggest things that I can probably tell you is, I know you've probably heard it, and hear me when I say it, rest when the baby rests. Don't worry about the laundry. Don't worry about the bottles that need to be washed. Don't worry about the tons of things that are piling up that you could do while the baby is sleeping. Don't worry about that. Rest when the baby is resting. That was probably the most important advice that somebody gave me when I had young kids, was to rest. Like, rest when everybody rests. The way my kids' birthday fall, they're 10, 13, and 16 right now, right? But the way that they're born, it tends to end up that two of them are 2 years apart, and then maybe a little bit later, the other two are 2 years apart. So for a minute, right, I had a young baby and a 2-year-old, and then I had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So I had really young kids at the same time, at the same goddamn time. And it was driving me nuts, guys. It was driving me crazy. The biggest thing that I can ever say to you is rest when the baby rests. That means everybody take a nap. It's quiet time. We got to get it in so that we can get the peace that we need as far as that's concerned. Hey, T. Brooks, thanks for joining me. Y'all, does anybody else have any questions for me? Anything else? YouTube, I'm gonna end up probably deleting this video. I'm gonna have to find a different way to do this. Lindsay gave hearts. Thanks, Lindsay. But rest when you can, guys. Y'all, rest when you can. It's difficult. Life is hard, right? Let's just talk about that, okay? Let's just talk about that. Life is not easy. It's not. We want to pretend like it is. I'll pretend all on here, Sean, the homeschool guru. I got it. I got it together. Y'all, I lose it just like y'all do. Okay. And tomorrow I'm getting back up at 6 o'clock in the morning to see if I can locate some products for, my family members. But I mean, it'll be okay. It'll be all right regardless. Then he says facts 3, 5, and 7, fam. Naps all at the same dang time. Exactly. And then even teach those older ones. You're 7 years old and you don't want to take a nap. So my husband is a big believer in naps. He doesn't care if you're 13, 14, 15, 16. If it's nap time, go lay down. Like, everybody go lay down. Don't wake me up. Everybody go lay down. So he is big on taking naps. And so even still, y'all have to kind of be that way too. Fine. You don't want to take a nap, big old 7-year-old? Okay, you better sit your behind in that room and be quiet though. Find you something constructive to do. You better not come in here and disturb me or wake up your brother or your sister. That's what you better not do. So you have to have those type of conversations and hold them accountable. Hold the babies accountable for being responsible for that, right? Start teaching them young that when it's nap time, it's nap time. When it's quiet time, it's quiet time. Even if you are, your baby is 2 or 3 years old and you only do 2 minutes of quiet time at a time. 2 minutes is a lot for a 2-year-old, right? That's a lot. Okay. But even if you do that, start teaching them to honor and respect that quiet time. Start doing that. It's okay. It's okay. Then he says, facts, me too. She doesn't have an option. Exactly. That's my husband. Like, for the longest time when we lay down, everybody lay down. My daughter's 16. Like, I'm like, fam, she don't want to take no nap. She don't. Okay. Can she not just stay in her room and be quiet? Like, why does she have to take a nap? And then my oldest son is 13. And I'm like, babe, they are past the stage. Just because we were up all night or just because it was a long day for us, they are past the stage of taking nap, but they are not past the stage of honoring and respecting somebody's quiet time. So let's teach them that instead. Okay. Thank you again so much, Tiana. Does anybody have questions for me? This is me just kind of babbling. Y'all, I'm exhausted. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm tired. This business, this coaching thing, it's a lot. It is a lot. And you want people to succeed, and you want them to succeed definitely if they're on your watch. You don't want them to fail, and you want to do everything you possibly can do to make sure that they succeed. And that takes a lot. That takes a lot of energy. And so I'm exhausted, right? Like, I'm tired, fam. I'm tired. I'm tired. This right here is my saving grace. This and my favorite glass of wine right now is a blessing for me. It is what is helping me in this very moment, is this little book right here saying I am grateful for the opportunity to go live every day and that people show up to even support me. Like simple things like that, y'all. Simple things like that. So again, y'all, I'm not going to be with you long. It has been just a spilling session for me, telling you what I'm going through. Again, I do that because I want you to know that you're not alone. I am going back and forth on the screens because, again, I'm on Instagram here. I am on Facebook here and YouTube here. But I want to tell you, thank you so much for joining me. Let's see. Otavi says, I took a nap when I worked 2 jobs. I need to start back. Yes, Lord. Naps work. Naps make me reset my whole attitude. And even if it's just a 20 to 30 minute lay in the bed, close my eyes. And if I happen to fall asleep, I'll set a timer for 30 minutes. Great. Just a reset, a mental break and a mental reset. And my kids are old enough to respect that. They have been taught to respect that personal space. And so even if you have little ones, you start teaching them to respect that space. Okay. I understand you want to talk to mom, right? I understand that mom is your best friend, right? Mom is the bomb, right? I get it, right? There is nobody like mom, nobody that can replace me. I get that. However, mom is going to lay here for 2 minutes. Okay. We're going to play the quiet game for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, sweetheart, 2 minutes. I know you can do it. Right. And when they start talking to you, sweetheart, remember, we're quiet time for 2 minutes. But mom, I know. Can you just don't forget? You can tell me in 2 minutes. Teaching them to respect that time. Okay. Teaching them to respect that. Let's see. Denny says it is. My struggle with my 3-year-old. I feel bad because sometimes I will let him watch Boss Baby until I do what I need. And it bees that way sometimes. Just to be honest with you, there are times where you put on things, right? Again, I talked to you guys about my goddaughter because she is the youngest one in our family, right? All my kids are older, but she is 4 now. She's about to be 5. She'll be 5 this year. She'll be 5. Yeah, she'll be 5 this year. And hold on, YouTube, my battery running low. She's about to be 5 this year. And she wears us out, child. She wears us out big time. YouTube, we might have a problem. Hold on, because I don't know where my cord is. Hold on. There we go. Let's see if that works better. Okay. But she's about to be 5, y'all, and she wears me the hell out. Child, she wears me out good. Wears me out real good. And I have to sit there like, okay, Pootie. Okay, Poot. Okay, Poot. Show will talk to you later. That's what she calls me, Show. Show will talk to you later, okay? Can Show just get a couple minutes of quiet? Just a couple. You got something to tell me? I know, it's so amazing. I know. Can you give me 2 minutes? I know. Poot, really? You like the color red? I know, that is your favorite color. How about this? How about we go searching for things that are red in like 2 minutes? Like, you have to have that conversation and teach them to respect those boundaries. I know, Pootie. I know, Poot. I know. You're so excited, and I'm really excited for you. Can we talk about it in 2 minutes? It bees that way. It bees that way. I'm just being honest with you, and that's my baby. That's the baby girl. That's it. That's all we got. We not have any more. She's it. We don't have any more until we get blessed with grandkids down the line. She's it, right? She's it. So she gets away with murder. But I mean, it's like, I know, babe. She calls us on FaceTime and then gets mad when we don't answer. And it's like, I know, Pootie, but I have to go. I know. I'll call you back, okay? Y'all let me know. I'm just not talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hey, Fatima. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Fatima says, I need to start that. He is 6 and I am online teaching as a teacher and teaching him. I need quiet time. I know you do, Fatima. I know you do. Lord knows I know you do. So in those instances, you said he is 6, right? Hold on again. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm going to come up with a better way. He is 6 years old. It's time to start working on those quiet moments and respecting everybody's time. Like, it really is. It's time. Hey, Siobhan. It's time to teach them that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not saying, every time your kid walks up to you, tell them to go away. But I'm saying teaching them to respect personal time, because also when they get older, right, they're going to need people to respect their personal time and their personal space. You know it all too well. Thanks for the hearts, Latavia. So y'all, I have been on here for about 40 minutes, right? So I'm going to jump up off of here. I'm exhausted and tired myself. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Please return back with me tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be shifting to a new time starting next week. I'm just not quite sure which one for sure. It will be 12 or 3 o'clock. Central Standard Time. And then we'll also be shifting from Facebook Live to YouTube, because Facebook is giving me the blues, y'all. Like, I have trouble signing on right now. I can't read your comments, but sometimes I see your comments after the fact. And YouTube is working a lot better for me. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so, because we're going to continue this thing, right? We're on day 31. We're on our second set of 30 days, right? I decided to extend it. So we're on 31 days of 60 of your free homeschool coaching, right? Y'all are doing this thing with me day by day. Every day, y'all doing it with me. Y'all, wait a minute. I forgot to tell y'all. I think one of my kids broke my projector. I don't know who it was, but we went to use it for math today, and it didn't come on. Didn't I just tell y'all that was my prized possession? I think one of them boogers was playing with it while I was in the shower and maybe possibly blew a bulb. Nothing super serious, I'm hoping. But they broke my projector, y'all. They broke my projector, YouTube. Latavia. Tiana, they broke my projector. Ebony, they broke my projector, y'all. They broke my projector. Like, I'm sick. I'm like, they hit the button and it like came on. It was like, but the light didn't come on. Turned it off. They hit it again. I was like, forget it. That's what, forget it. Like that hard F. It wasn't even like, forget it. It was like, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. And I just walked off. Forget it. Like, forget it. Just forget it. Y'all, they broke it. They broke it. It's probably just a light bulb, but still. All right, y'all, I'm going to jump off of here. Thank y'all so much for joining me. This was a true session, honest session about what it means to self-care and take care of yourself. I hope y'all are having an absolutely wonderful day. I will be back with you guys again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know, Denny, you say they sorry, but I don't feel it in my heart that they are sorry. And so that is frustrating for me right now. I'm having trouble. Every time I look at it, I get mad all over again. I don't know. I just told y'all yesterday. I told them not to touch it. So I don't know. You know how kids are. But I'll see y'all again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please join me. If you have not joined my YouTube or subscribed, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will be going live on there more and less on Facebook because Facebook is not being my best friend right now. And I don't have time for that. Like, I don't need the drama. I don't need it. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful night. Thank y'all so much.